You've got questions and I've got answers. Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, answering the questions that new leaders ask us. Today, we're talking about the know-it-all and what to do if the know-it-all doesn't know. Are you ready? Let's get started. Know-it-alls. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They think they do, but they don't. That's who I want to talk about today. The people who think they do, but really don't. What can we do as their boss, as their team leader, as their coach to help them? Right? Here's 4 things you can do. Number 1, be aware of their ego. Chances are they have ego wrapped up in the fact of what they know, right? And perhaps that's where they get a sense of belonging, where they get a sense of value. And so be aware of their ego. We want to be really careful about how we go about this. And yet we still have to let them know that maybe there's some areas they don't know everything about, right? 2, protect their ego. All of our egos are delicate and fragile. And so we got to take care of people. We don't want to just beat them down, that you don't know all this stuff. We don't want to do that. We want to help them understand where the gaps in their knowledge might be and help them see that they can still be successful even if they don't know every last thing, which leads to providing coaching. So the coaching could be about helping them see the gaps. There's some areas where you think you know and you don't, but the coaching could also be about how they come across, right? The big issue with the know-it-all is how people perceive them in that moment. And it gets even worse when they don't necessarily have all of that expertise, right? So the coaching could be about the knowledge gaps, but the coaching could also be about the approach that people take in terms of their communication with others and how that is now getting in the way of success. Last, help them change their goals. This is more about coaching, but helping them change their goals is helping them see their job as being about more than a knowledge base. Helping them see their job as how they can help the whole team be successful, how they can be more successful for themselves. Oftentimes people place value in that knowledge, and if that's their entire goal, and especially when they don't know it all, it can get in the way. So help them reset or change their goals in a way that will be more productive for them, help them be more successful. Now, before I go, there's a special case that we have to talk about. And that special case is you. What if it's you who thinks they know it all and really doesn't? And as a leader, that's very possible because there's a whole lot more to know as a leader than there is as an individual contributor, right? So if you find yourself, if you feel like perhaps this is you that we're talking to, I want you to watch this video that I recently recorded because I talk a lot about this very specifically and the trap of trying to be the know-it-all when we're the boss. So watch that video first. And then second, get out of the telling business by ask more and assert less. When we lead with our knowledge, we don't give anyone else a chance. And sometimes when we lead with our own knowledge, we get kind of caught up in that and maybe we share a little more than we really know and we go a little further than we ought to go. We will be far better off if we'll ask more questions. So my point is to ask more and assert less. And thirdly, be humble and confident. And those 2 things can go together. We already said that for others, we want to help them to maintain their confidence, but help them see that maybe they don't have all of the information. The same is true for you. So remain humble. Humble leaders are more effective leaders. This does not mean that we can't be confident, but our confidence can be about more than just the content or more than just about the knowledge itself. Be humble and confident. Let me close with today's tweet. When the know-it-all doesn't know it all, be careful with their ego as you clarify the facts. You are trying to get the information, not win a game. Well, I hope you liked this question and my answer. If you've got questions of your own, you can put them here in the comments, or you can go to send an email to info@bud2boss.com. Ask the question there, and we'll answer. Somewhere, maybe we've already answered it, or we'll create a video with an answer for you. And speaking of bud2boss.com, lots of resources there, free resources of all sorts, not just videos, available to new leaders, transitioning leaders, and those who are assisting those folks. So I hope you'll go there. I hope you'll come back and join me for another Q&A right here as well.